Moving right along, fellas. What's next for the Bloodline? Is Solo really calling the shots? Friday night, Solo arrives in a limo. Got the suit on with the red handkerchief on there. Got the chain showing, everything like that. And then his main man Tonga is right behind Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman greets them. And like I said, Paul Heyman just looks distraught throughout this whole interaction, everything that's going on. Like he's looking like, yo, this ain't how this is supposed to be going at all. Like, who is giving Solo this power to just think he can just run roughshod over the whole SmackDown roster and just not say anything or do anything without any repercussions? And I mean, like I said, you look at Heyman's face and he's just looking like, what the heck is going on every single day? Obviously, then we move on, and it's basically the story that's told all throughout the show. Again, congruent booking where everything is working together. And you see obviously at the end of the show, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Solos begins the show asking, has anyone seen Kevin Owens? Middle of the show, Kevin Owens' car gets crashed into. End of the show, Kevin Owens is brought out to the ring, and he's a bloody mess, and then he continues to get beat up on by the new Bloodline. So, what are you guys feeling with this Bloodline storyline? How are you feeling about it? What are you grading it right now? Are you invested? Are you not invested? I really want some of your opinions on this. I'm gonna go with Coachman first.
Well, I like the new Solo, but at the same time, it's like, why is he doing this now? Because you can't really take him. I guess I shouldn't say take him seriously, but I mean he hasn't won a match since he beat John Cena, and it's kind of hard to take him seriously there. I think it's good what he's doing though, but what really got me hooked in was the minute Kevin Owens' body got flown out backstage, and you just see the blood on the side of his head. It was a shock factor because one, we're not used to seeing that much blood anymore in WWE. I mean, it looked straight out of a hardcore match from Mick Foley and Randy Orton kind of match at Backlash. But I was just like, at the beginning, I was like, I'm not entirely sold on him again. Yeah, we'll see how this develops. Minute Kevin Owens came out in a bloody mess, I was hooked back in. I was like, okay, now, like, this is a shock factor, and this is something I was not expecting. And just that alone got me hooked back in on the Bloodline. Like, I don't think Roman would do this, so who's actually calling the shots? Maybe it is Solo doing it by himself just to prove he is the new tribal chief, or maybe it's somebody from the higher up that is in the Bloodline that's calling the shots over Roman, since Roman's not really the tribal chief anymore, that he doesn't have the belt.
That's a good point. Very, very, very good point. Fritos, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm invested. After seeing Kevin bloody all up, I was completely shocked to see all that blood, especially on a weeknight for WWE. When's the last time
Fox, nonetheless, yeah.
That
Fox.
too. When's the last time we've seen blood like that? It's been a while. I saw somebody on X kind of explaining the differences. So I mean, right now I'm assuming Solo's taking the reign. He's the leader. He's the tribal chief. That Roman's whole ordeal for the tribal chief was legacy, compared to right now, Solo is all about the power. So he's just asserting his power. He's just, being that bully, if you will, trying to show that he is the top dog. I mean, it's kind of hard a little bit to take him serious, being 0-36, 0-38, 0-40, or whatever the record is. So until I see a couple more matches, it's kind of going to be hard for me to believe he's a tribal chief. So I think, he's kind of calling the shots, but really when the story goes down, and hopefully eventually we get like a Civil War Bloodline story going on with The Rock and Roman and everyone, it's going to be more believable.
Sure.
But I'm giving this whole thing right now like a B grade, because, I mean, that blood alone was fantastic.
Agreed. That was a nice cut job back there. Big Daddy C, What are you feeling about this Bloodline storyline and how we are just in chapter 1, according to one man?
Poor Kevin Owens, man. He can. It's like he can't escape this group, man. It's like it's like he can't catch a break with the Bloodline, bro. Like when it all started, he was the first main guy to catch the work, man. Like it was him, and now here we go again, a new iteration of the Bloodline. Here he is, the first major person catching the work, and it's just like, man. I don't know what happens for him specifically, but just to see Solo like with the whole suit on, the chain, I'm like, okay, got a little corporate rock going on. I like the little tribute. It's like for me, I would say give it time. I'm not gonna poo-poo it for right now. I think just give it time. The heat was crazy. The heat was crazy. Every time he tried to talk and the crowd was booing him and they was like, we want Roman. And then he's like, oh, now you want Roman. You ain't wanted him before. And then it's just like, okay, all right, they can do something with this. It's just a matter of how they play it out, over time. And so I do think that this has a lot of potential. Curious to see, how Kevin Owens gets some help. Or is he gonna go with this thing solo again? No pun intended, like he did with against Roman. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with this as it plays out in the coming weeks.
Couple of things I noticed, fellas, that I want to bring to your attention and address, and I want you guys to watch, and obviously the viewers, I want you guys to watch over the next couple of weeks. Notice small details. Remember, small details are what you have to pay attention to in Triple H's booking. So, under Roman Reigns' version of the Bloodline, let's just call it, did anybody ever dress up or wear any suits or anything like that?
Nope.
The Rock came back, and The Rock was the one. I'm sorry. What? I said he came back. Paul's came back.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying except for Paul in terms of wearing suits. You said.
I thought you said Paul. Like, how Paul's came back? Like,
no.
Anyway,
Paul Heyman.
Never mind. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
you're hilarious. Anyways,
I tried.
Yes. So no, The Rock came back. The Rock wears dress clothes, nice dress clothes, things like that. He looks nice. The Bloodline originally, Roman Reigns and the Usos, they wore jumpsuits and stuff like that, and like sweatpants and stuff like that. That was kind of their ordeal. I'm paying attention to how Solo's dressing now. I'm paying attention that the fact that Solo at the end of not this past week, but the week before episode mentioned he got the information from the tribal chief. You got to remember, like I said, I believe that we're going to see two versions of the Bloodline come about. I believe you're going to see The Rock, you're going to see Tonga, you're going to see Solo, and you're probably going to see Jacob Fatu on one side of the Bloodline. On the other side of the Bloodline, you will see Roman Reigns, you will see Jey Uso, you will see Jimmy Uso, and you will see Cody Rhodes helping Roman Reigns' Bloodline against The Rock at Survivor Series. I do believe that those will be the men involved in the Survivor Series match. From that, Roman will go on to have to fight his family and fight The Rock at WrestleMania. Based off of that, like I said, I believe this is long-term booking. I do think that The Rock is the one that is calling the shots for this new Bloodline. And I do believe that he doesn't need a wise man. He's already wise on his own. And he is the high chief of the family and of the Bloodline. So Roman answers to him. And there has to be consequences for Roman Reigns losing at WrestleMania 40. The Rock didn't lose at WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns lost. The Rock won his match. Like I said, so I mean, you have to remember that this was going to happen. I do also think you see Solo Sikoa start to get favor. Like just watch. You got to watch it. He's going to start getting weird favors and weird things going to start happening. He's going to end up becoming United States champion. I don't know if he beats Logan Paul, but I say by the end of the year, I do say by the end of the year, Solo Sikoa on like a random SmackDown is going to win like the United States championship. That's just a foretelling. I just have this feeling, and you're gonna start seeing like weird favors and weird things start happening for him, and people are gonna start saying like, "Well, who's calling the shots? Like, how is Solo getting all this help and all this luckiness?" And it's just not gonna be from Tonga. It's gonna be like, I think just you're gonna see like the Rock's, pull in the back, and the way that he's in charge of things begin to start helping Solo. So like, while you guys keep bringing up the fact that he's lost so much, get ready. Because he ain't finna lose for a long time now. He finna mow through everybody. It's gonna
politics.
be, yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. He's finna have a lot more wins than losses in 2024 and in 2025. He's not gonna be the fall guy anymore. He's gonna be the guy before you reach the final boss. So
I do think they need to put a second tier title on him soon. To kind of make amends, because I know remember he won the NXT North American title, and he had to like vacate it like a week later because he wasn't a sanctioned wrestler at the time, because I guess they deemed him a member of the main card, and so he wasn't able to hold on the NXT title, NXT North American title. So hopefully they can get him a mid card title run at some point.
But that one image of all of the bloodline walking out with gold was pretty tight.
Titles. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like I said, where the Usos had both tag titles, Roman had both titles, and Solo had the NXT North American Championship. That picture should be up on all their walls, because that was tight. That was a tight moment.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Cody helping if they do the Civil War bloodline stuff, but I always think it should be Sammy. Even though, either way it would work, but having that honorary Uso title going on, and then like afterwards, if they win whatever, Roman hands them a shirt that says "You're officially an Uso." That'd be pretty sick too.
I think the crowd would pop for that. The problem is, I don't think Sami Zayn is in. He doesn't play a part in the bloodline story moving forward. Here's the thing: this all revolves around the WWE Championship.
Right.
So the thing is, you have to keep Cody involved in it, because Cody has the WWE champion moving forward. He's the face of the company moving forward.